Thanks for spending. Grant, looking at these two teams. My attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Let's check out Milwaukee's starting lineup. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot.
Gotta like watching Lillard pull right up on the defense. Outstanding at catching him off guard.
Now here's Durant. Pass to Booker. Now Allen. It's Booker on the wing. Misses the 3. Antetokounmpo against Durant, and it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. Lopez finds Jackson. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. Lopez, the screen. The 3 is up. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line break.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the 3-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
For 3, Allen. Pure from 3-point range.
Well, that was just a quick glance from KD. He looks at the defense and makes the play.
Lillard looking around. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Booker. Lets it fly. Good as the jump shot falls. Lillard's got 5.
You know, not many guys can change pace on the dribble the way Lillard does it. Just phenomenal.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
And Allie, thank you for that. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lillard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Booker. Booker against Lillard. The 3 from Prince. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Suns trail by 7. Outside Durant. Can they get it? Antetokounmpo with the block. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Booker against Jackson. Allen outside. 5 on the clock. Off target with the open look.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make him fall, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Prince. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Done with it. Prince is there. Nurkic with the ball, and Lopez picks him up. It's intercepted. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lillard. Offline with a 3. The Suns trailing. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
for three. Here's Lillard. It's the trifecta. Lillard's got 8.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
Booker, the pass to Allen. Allen with a screen on Jackson. Back to Allen. Outside Booker. 6 to shoot. Outside Durant. From the arc. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Well, there's a nice answer from an operator in Kevin Durant. You hit a 3, you know he's coming back at you.
Now here's Lillard. Defended by Dunn. Lillard, a screen on Allen. Prince, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I like how Taurean Prince moves the ball, consistent at getting it to his teammates within the offense.
And stolen by Jackson. And here's the fast break. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Prince from deep three-point land. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Outside Booker. The kick to Durant. Off target with the 3. Lopez for 3. And at the buzzer, count it.
Just textbook. Kept his cool.
And so it's Milwaukee, ending the quarter up 10. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. They've got Bobby Portis. Gary Trent is out there with DeLon Wright. Then there's Pat Connaughton, and it's Beauchamp in at the power forward. Jones against Trent. Who poked away and stolen by Connaughton. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. The Bucks leading by 15. Plumlee against Portis. Clock at 6. Over Plumlee. Another one falls for Milwaukee.
And Portis not afraid from the mid-range. That's where he can do some work.
And over the last half-decade, Brent, Bobby Portis has been the best six-man big you can find.
Yeah, pretty remarkable, B.A. He comes in, he gives you some great scoring in some stretches, plays some solid defense. He's got a lot of fire to his game. So this is the exact kind of guy that your team needs in the second unit.
And so it's Beal who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Nothing on offense from them yet in this second quarter.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And it's Bull with the foul.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. It's Wright on the wing, defended by Jones. There's the 3, and Bobby Portis with a 3. Portis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And a good release there as Portis in that tight corner for 3.
Outside O'Neal. Here he goes. Pass to Bull, and finished off by Bull.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Portis outside. Portis with a screen on Jones. Wright, the pass to Connaughton. 4 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Bull grabs the board. Suns trail by 18. Jones finds Bull. Back to Jones. Beal outside. Jacks up a three. Not going to go that time. And right with the defensive effort. Down low. Here's Beauchamp. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Bradley Beal. Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the contest. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, BA, if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of a championship caliber team.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. And stolen by Connaughton. And here's Wright from the arc. The offensive rebound. Shot clock at 6. Lets the three fly. Knocked loose. Suns trail by 21. On the wing, Jones. Beyond the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And good heads up from Bradley Beal. Just spots the ready shooter.
Right outside. On the wing, Connaughton. The three ball. Drains the triple. Connaughton's got 6.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Beal surveying the D. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Trent from long range. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
3-point field goal.
23 seconds left in the half. Beal outside. Three-pointer. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
And Bradley Beal coming for his revenge.
Wright against Jones. Wright, the pass to Connaughton. Portis with a screen on Beal. Trent from long range. No good on the buzzer beater. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Milwaukee out in front. Up. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Wow, Damian Lillard really having a great game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
KD and Nurkic are the big men for him. Devin Booker out there with Grayson Allen. And it's Dunn in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And here's Nurkic for 3. Brent grabs the miss.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Dunn attacking. Got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Who can create his own shot and finish? It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Launches a 3. Counted from distance. Durant's got 6.
Yeah, with KD, that's automatic.
Lillard outside. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Booker against Jackson. Allen outside. Three-pointer. Durant with another miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The three, here's Lillard. Offensive rebound, pass to Prince. Back to Lopez. It's Prince on the wing, 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Durant surveying the D. The three is up. The rebound by Jackson. The Bucks leading by 22. Lillard left side. Fires the three. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
You know, Lillard works so hard on the offensive end of the floor. It's really what helps him get going like this.
Pass to Allen. The kick to Durant. And stolen by Udiplomat.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
There's Jackson with the three. And another three for Milwaukee.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Udiplomat for three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Durant, pass to Dunn. The kick to Durant. Who poked away. Lopez with the steal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
To the inside, Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Allen with it, guarded by Udiplomat. And stolen by Udiplomat. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Pass to Lillard. Here's Lopez. Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for the Bucks. He's been productive scoring the ball. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for Milwaukee, Gary Trent is out there with DeLon Wright. Then it's Bobby Portis. Then there's Pat Connaughton. And it's Beauchamp in at the 4. Back to Jones. And there's Plumlee on the assist from Jones. Plumlee's got his first basket.
Though he's not the biggest scoring threat, Plumlee does have the size and athleticism to cause defenders some problems down there.
Trent from long range. That shot off the mark. And it's Jones with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Okogie. Outside Bull. The three. Sinks the tray.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Right with the ball. Guarded now by Bull. Here's Beauchamp. Fades away. The shot comes out. Okogie, the pass to Bull. From deep. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Three-pointer. O'Neal hits a three-pointer. O'Neal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Inside, here's Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
And that is exactly how you run it. Portis with the setup, position himself well.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. Lillard fires away from way outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball. And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Booker, the pass to Allen. Outside for Booker. Launches it. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Jackson. Pass to Lillard. Antetokounmpo outside. There's the triple. He buries it from 3.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Booker against Jackson.
2 minutes.
Now Lillard.
Game 2 minutes.
Lopez, the screen. And the Bucks hit again from deep. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. And you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Antetokounmpo for 3. The rebound by Allen. The Suns have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bucks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Damian Lillard.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Prince. Fires the 3. Kicks it out to Jackson. And here's Lopez from the arc. And they get it back. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Pass to Prince. Tipped away. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Back to Booker. Here's the 3. So this one belongs to the Bucks. It's a walk-in. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
these teams prefer to operate in the half court. They're very methodical, but fun to watch.
Hey, good basketball, regardless of the pace at which it's run, is good basketball. And with these two teams, movement, screening, high IQ offensive basketball, I'm here for that.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Filling in the perimeter slots, it's Smart and Bain. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Now here's Booker, following the miss by Ja Morant. Hits it from three-point range.
This guy's mechanics are just pure. Kevin Durant, folks, turn the lights out if you allow him to get a three-point shot off.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Memphis shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
He hits the second from the line. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Now, here's Bain, following the miss by Ja Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's KD. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Now, the length is a problem, right? Kevin Durant on the drive, hard to stop.
Morant kicks to Smart. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Nifty move. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Kicks it out to Allen. Durant feeling it out a bit. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And the agility, the hops, Morant just explodes off the floor.
Smart against Booker. Allen passes to Booker. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Jackson has the open look. They get it again. And stolen by Dunn. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And here is Dunn after the three-pointer from Desmond Bain. Here's Nurkic. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Morant reaches to Jackson. Jacks up a three, and it's Morant. That time on the assist by Jackson. Morant's got 5 points so far. The Suns leading. Nurkic with it, now guarded by Smart. Hits, caught that one from Nurkic.
And you got to do more than that to stop Nurkic, using that muscle to just brush past the defender.
It's Morant with the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Now here's Booker. Dunn kicks to Durant. Back to Dunn. High post, KD. Kicks it out to Allen. Clock is at 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Grizzlies ball.
Morant against Dunn. Now So here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Takes the three. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Suns have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 9.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Outside for Jackson. On the wing, Jackson. And it's sent back by KD. And they're able to recover. Here's Smart. Oh, he got it to go!
How about that?
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Phoenix. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. They've got Pippen. G.G. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Conchar into the shooting guard. There's Jackson with the three. Beal pulls it in. Suns trailing. The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a three-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Jones, the pass to Plumlee. Some solid defense from Clark.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Jones looking for an opening. Beal from long range. And that one is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Williams finds Jackson. It's Pippen on the wing. Bol covering. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 4 on the clock. Jackson passes to Williams. Basket counts. Williams has got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Bol. Looking to end the run. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. Bol's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you can't forget about Bol's range. After all, big men like him are expected to take the three in today's game.
He lobs up the alley pass, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Over to the wing. Lets the three fly. Another three for Phoenix. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
And they'll get another chance.
Yeah, offensively, Beal is a smooth operator.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Pippen. Pass to Conchar. Outside Pippen puts up a 3. Plumlee with the rebound. On offense, here are the Suns. They've scored 10 straight. Bol can't hit. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Here's Beal. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
Phoenix ball.
Jackson against Bol. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. O'Neal's got 3 assists in the game. Pippen feeling it out a bit. No good from Clark.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Williams against Beal. Williams passes to Concho. Shot clock at 6. Driving in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Bol.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Devin Booker out there with Allen, and it's done in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. 3rd quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the drive and kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Memphis leading. First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Outside for Smart. Back to Morant. Right wing. 4 on the shot clock. Morant with the screen on Nurkic. Edey. And the 3 off target. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. KD dishes to Nurkic, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Nurkic has got the game tied up here for Phoenix. Nurkic against Morant. To the left side wing. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Pass to Allen. Kicks it out to Booker. Smart with the steal. To the middle. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Durant finds Allen. Back to KD. Putting it in, Kevin Durant.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Outside for Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Smart passes to Morant. Back to Smart. Morant against Dunn. It's tipped. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Allen's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Suns have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And it's Dunn in the corner. Back to Allen. And Dunn with the slam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Morant surveying the D. The tray. Morant with another miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Booker with no one around. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
Instinct, skill, the ability to be rise and fire ready. Devin Booker, yes, sir.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Bain sets the screen for Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Done outside. Stolen by Smart. Now here's Morant for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
The 3 from Morant gets the three-pointer to fall. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
Not to be outstaged, Morant saying right back at you.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
So fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before...
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Suns lead by 1. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then it's Pippen. Then it's John Conjo. And it's Clark in at the 5 spot. O'Neal drives in. And the dunk by O'Neal.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for Bull. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. Stolen by Durant. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Durant hand delivers the transition bucket. Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Phoenix.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. KD finds Booker. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Jackson. Phoenix grabs the miss. Beyond the arc. And KD the bucket on the assist by O'Neal. KD's got 9 points here in the second half. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Donnie's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Jackson misses. Suns leading by 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
17 foul.
On the wing, Booker, guarded by Smart. Outside for Beal. Dunn with a screen on Morant. Beal drives in. Yep, it counts. Now it's a 7-point Suns lead.
Boy, this guy's so springy from the 2-guard position. Just incredible athleticism by Bradley Beal on the drive.
The high post shot. Nice shot by Smart.
How about the poise of Marcus Smart under duress? Delivers a big-time shot.
Booker looking around. Got loose. Stolen by Jackson. Out to Morant. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Durant with a wide open look. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Oh, that's too easy for KD. You just can't let him get a look from the corner.
Outside, Payne. Jackson a screen on Beal. Payne passes to Smart. Back to Payne. Clock at 4. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Out to the right wing. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And it's the Suns' ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's Beal, and the shot is good. Beal's got the lead up to 10 now for Phoenix.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Suns.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. Whenever things started to look a little dire, they really put the hammer down.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Booker's shot is good.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Yeah, with that little pump fake, Morant has a sneaky way of initiating contact.
It's the first that brings them within single digits.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And Beal gets it to go.
You're talking about one of the sweetest shooting guards in the entire NBA. Bradley Beal from deep. Yes, sir.
And So it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Smart and Bain on the wing. Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Morant in at the point. Now here's Smart. Jackson the screen. The drive by Smart.
An impressive athlete, and this is why Smart's teammates encourage him to drive inside.
Lopez, the screen on Smart, to the wing on the left. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Jackson. Launches a 3. Morant with a defensive effort. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. He is aware of the amount of disruption that Marcus Smart can bring to an offense. He said you can't attack him in pick and rolls and go at him in ISO, so we'll have to keep his assignment moving and run him ragged when he's on defense. Sounds like it'll be a busy day for Smart. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Punctuating the end of that play with an exclamation point. Lillard, a natural-born finisher.
And here's Morant. Jackson, the screen. The 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and the fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Here's Morant after the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. Bane against Jackson. Right side Bane. Jackson with a screen on Jackson. Here's Bane. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Lopez. Here's Lillard. The rebound by Jackson.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Payne with a screen on Antetokounmpo. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The Bucks trail. Lillard outside. Poke loose. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bane. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
There's a minute 59 left in the first quarter of the game. And Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Pass to Lopez. There's the triple. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Lopez is really dangerous as a shooter if you give him space to catch and then shoot.
Jackson, the screen. Drops in the 3. Morant's got 5.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Morant surveying the floor to the paint. Here's Bane. Kicks it out to Smart. Back to Bane. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Middleton. There's the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Right side Morant. 4-3. It's cleared by Damian Lillard. And it's Lillard with the ball for Milwaukee. Jackson for 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Lillard, a screen on Bane. From deep three-point land. Lillard can't get it to go.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
1 quarter in the books. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks. Guys?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. We've got Edey. Vince Williams is out there with Jackson. And it's Huff in at the 4. Here's Pippen, hounded by Wright. Pippen, pass to Huff. Here's Pippen, 6 to shoot, fires for 3. That shot missing. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. Going inside, and the basket by Pippen. Pippen's got his first points of the game. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. The Bucks leading by 5. Prince finds Wright. Back to Prince. From deep. Offensive board. Right wing. Pass to Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
Hey, I feel bad for those rims because Portis has no mercy on them, throwing it down with force.
Pippen, pass to Huff. Here's Pippen, hounded by Wright. Drives to the hoops, and the basket by Pippen. Pippen's got 4 points now in the quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, B.A. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Huff, good.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Pass to Wright. Out to Portis. It's Prince on the wing. Clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Williams punches it home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Pippen, hounded by Wright. Pippen, pass to Huff. Prince against Jackson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Portis gets the bucket.
Does not shoot many from out there, but Portis makes them at a decent clip.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Edey. 1:11 left in the first half. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Prince. Portis. Connaughton outside. Connaughton with a screen on Williams. Right outside. Let's go with a three. The Bucks rebound. It's Wright on the wing. From the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Now that is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
To the inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. To the right side. Beauchamp passes to Portis. Here's Prince. Portis with a screen on Williams. Prince can't hit. Now Williams. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Milwaukee finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. We'll be back in a moment. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse. But
look at Giannis go up and get it.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances. Watch out now, when this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Out to the right wing. And here's Lopez from the arc. Memphis with a rebound. Now here's Smart. Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Yes, sir! Ja can throw it down.
oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Well, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Here's Morant driving inside, and then Morant with the dunk.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball and his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Smart looking around. Jackson with a screen on Jackson. Here's Smart. Here's Bane. Tries again. Kicks it out to Jackson. With 1 on the clock. Ooh, nice. Smart slipping inside.
I like watching Smart get it done inside. He is such a fearless competitor.
Antetokounmpo outside. From outside the arc. Ja Morant grabs the miss. Grizzlies trail by 5. On the wing, Bane. Jacks up a 3. Giannis with the rebound. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Morant, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
Lillard against Smart. Pass to Middleton. Back to Lillard. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And they're able to recover. Grizzlies trail by 3. Bane with it. Middleton covering. Bane, no good. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Ali LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Ali. Thank you. Antetokounmpo against Jackson. Pass to Bane. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. Here's Pippen. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. And again, Memphis no good.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Pass to Wright. Stolen. Edie for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks finishing the quarter with an 8-point. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for Memphis, they've got Williams, Edie out there with Gigi Jackson, and it's Huff in at the 4-man position. Here's Jackson. He takes it in. Sweet little floater.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
Now here's Wright. Not a lot of room. Back to Portis. Here's Pippen, pounded by Wright. Williams from long range. Milwaukee with the rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Portis with a screen on Williams. Connaughton. Williams grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Pippen. Down low. Here's Jackson. Here's Pippen. Lets it go from deep. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Yeah, I think that might have been intentional. It perhaps was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
Lets it go from 11. And it's Wright missing. Knocks it loose. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally. And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. Some changes for Memphis. Lillard against Smart. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Jackson. The D's right on him. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Giannis with the jam.
Giannis is a monster around the rim. Too easy there.
Bane with a screen on Middleton. Pass to Bane. To the middle. Here's Clark. Rejected by Lopez. Bane against Middleton. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bane. Throws it up high. Oh, stolen by Morant. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Oh, got that one up quick.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. Off target from outside. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Coming through in a big-time moment. Smart doesn't back away from the spotlight at all.
Lopez finds Middleton. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Clark. The three ball. Oh, Lillard with a deep three.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Shot's good by Morant.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Lillard against Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge.
Place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. You know Morant wants it. And guess what? He got it.
Yeah, doing exactly what he had.
And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're
and even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. Confidence is what he's asking for right now. He said, quote, when it's close, we have to keep believing in ourselves, and if we don't think we can pull it out, we've already lost. So some strong words from Coach in the huddle. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Inside, Clark. Count it!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Udiplomat, a screen on Smart. The three, here's Lillard. The Grizzlies pull it in. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
And stolen by Jackson. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And another miss by Milwaukee.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
On the wing, Bain launches it. No luck on that one. Lillard outside. Here's Jackson. Count it!
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Knocked away. Fires from the wing. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So it's a narrow victory for the Bucks. Pulling
These teams both look to impose their will on the backboard.
Kevin, that battle inside is not for the faint of heart. A little furniture moving inside, if you know what I mean. That's just part of it.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. We've got Devin Booker. Nurkic is out there with Bowl. Then there's Allen. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. No good from Booker.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Lopez sets a screen for Middleton. Lets it go with the 3. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Middleton. Lopez has got the first points up on the board for the Bucks. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. Now, he laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. They mentioned how, with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Devin?
Thank you, David. And Lillard gets it to go.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
RJ, we know that the Suns missed the playoffs for about a decade, but now they seem to be getting some traction. How do you view them?
I view them as a team that's in transition. Obviously, they have Devin Booker, the homegrown star. The guy has blossomed there in front of everyone's eyes. And after that finals run, they've really been searching. He's the last player there. But whenever you have Kevin Durant on your team, you are always on the verge of something special.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
Ball kicks to KD. Back to Ball. And it's Ball slamming it down.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Milwaukee.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Now Kevin Durant after the missed three from Lopez. And Durant gets it to go.
So polished from the interior. Durant is terrific at utilizing his physical advantages down on the block.
There's Lopez with the three, and Ball pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Lillard from outside drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 9.
And the shot-first mindset of Lillard, when he sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to attack.
Booker, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Lillard against Allen. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. In the corner, Middleton with it. Lopez, a screen on Durant. Kicks it out to Lillard. Rocket 6. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 11.
The patience, the composure. Lillard letting his shot come to him under pressure.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Now here's Allen. Nothing on the board, and it's good for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Jackson. The Suns getting the bucket. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Giannis throws it down.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
KD, that's for 2. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Booker against Lillard. Down low. Kicks it down to Middleton. Three-pointer. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
They've got Pat Connaughton. Torian Prince is out there with Wright. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Beauchamp in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Right with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Right against Beal. And a wide open look for Portis. No good from outside. Suns leading by 9. Here's Beal. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Agile move by Beal to beat that inside contact.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Speeding in and lifting off. What a slam by Beal.
Prince outside. Pass to Wright. And he drives in. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Beal drives in. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
So sudden on the drive. Beal loves to get one step ahead of the defense.
Wright finds Prince. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
To the paint. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Wright. Going inside. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That is his first foul of the game. And the wide open shot from Connaughton. And another three for Milwaukee.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Plumlee kicks to Beal. Dunn with a screen on Wright. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And that's how you finish at the rim. Beal leaving no room for error.
Well, Richard, during his Washington days, Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game in back-to-back seasons.
Beal is such a strong guard, so not only can he beat you with his shooting stroke, but he can also play some bully ball.
And stolen by Wright. Now the Bucks moving it up. For three, Portis. It's hauled in by Dunn. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Phoenix to the inside. Plumlee. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 5. Beauchamp passes to Portis. The Bucks working the ball around. Drives to the hoop. Connaughton kicks to Portis. 5 to shoot. Wright with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. For 3, Portis. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Outside, O'Neal. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. O'Neal on the wing. Plumlee sets the pick for O'Neal. And again, it's the Suns missing. Outside Prince. Beal with the steal. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
It's his first trip to the line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. Stolen by O'Neal. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Bull out there with Nurkic. And it's Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. Allen surveying the D. Pass to Bull. This one for 3. No good that time. Bucks trail by 5. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Middleton against KD. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Don't laugh at me when I say this, but there is too much strength from Kevin Durant. Now with the chance to add one more.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got 13.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Booker the pass to Durant. Using his length inside. Durant.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Middleton. On the wing, Giannis. Back to Middleton. Oh, good on the triple. Suns leading by 6. Here's Nurkic. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. The drive by Booker. Nobody near Nurkic. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game. There goes Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I don't know that anyone covers as much ground in 1 or 2 strides as Giannis.
And the dunk by Booker.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Lillard against Booker. And Lillard kicks to Giannis. 6 to shoot. Launches it. And the rebound by Nurkic. And now here's Nurkic. He'll bring it up for the Suns. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lillard. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
And Milwaukee with a whole new lineup now. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. It's Beal on the wing, guarded by Wright. O'Neal a screen on Prince. A kick out to O'Neal. Pass to Okogie. There's the triple. They grab their own miss. Outside Beal. Back to O'Neal. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Beauchamp. Three-pointer. Plumlee with the rebound. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Bucks trail by 12. Wright looking around. Prince wide open. And the three ball is good. Prince has got 6. For Phoenix, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Beal from long range. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Beal wastes no time getting those 3 points back.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Beauchamp. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Phoenix sitting with a comfortable lead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Prince out there with Wright. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Pat Connaughton. And it's Beauchamp in at the power forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Connaughton passes to Prince. Back to Connaughton. It's right on the wing. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Okogie for 3. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists in the game. Another 3 for Phoenix. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Now here's Dunn. Not a lot of room. And the layup is good. And the Suns lead by 19. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
Sinks the 3-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Beal's got 14 points now in the second half.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's running around the perimeter ready to fire.
And Milwaukee with a whole new lineup now. So for the Suns, Lillard outside. From outside, off the mark. Suns leading by 19 points. Ball kicks to Durant. The three. Rebounded by Jackson.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And now here's Nurkic. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Kicks it out to Allen. And it's off from three-point range. Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Nurkic finds Ball. .152 left in the game. Bucks trail by 17. Jackson dishes to Antetokounmpo. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Nobody near Allen. Phoenix no good that time either.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Kicks it out to Lillard. From downtown. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Phoenix.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Bradley Beal.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Booker. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Booker against Lillard. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. From past the arc.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
And it's Lillard again missing for 3. Booker, another 3 for Phoenix.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Jackson kicks to Lillard. Back to Jackson. Giannis sets a screen for Jackson. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. So for our reporter, David Aldridge.
The Memphis players making their way through the tunnel earlier, and the home fans are already fired up. Welcome to 2K Sports. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. KD and Nurkic are the big men for him. Devin Booker out there with Grayson Allen. And it's done in at the small forward position.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Right side Morant. Kicks it out to Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the drive. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And so it's Phoenix with it. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Yeah, the Grizzlies head coach and I were able to chat. We talked about how he plans to contain Devin Booker. And coach said, first, we've got to be on him at all times. And second, we can't let him get favorable matchups. He needs our best defenders on him. Trying to work over screens and stay on top of Booker. That's the name of the game here, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Morant, the pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. They get it again. Kicks it out to Smart. Jackson with a screen on Booker. Back to Jackson. Over Booker. Jackson can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs.
For 3, Durant drills it from deep.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for Memphis. It's a 5-point game. Smart passes to Bane. Morant surveying the floor. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. The 3 is up. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Booker. And here's Dunn. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Great D that time from Bane. Clark with a screen on Allen. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Booker against Smart. Out to the right wing. Pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Yeah, good hands from Jaren Jackson Jr., showing why he's considered an incredible defender.
Nurkic. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Morant. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Turning up the intensity. Durant saw his chance and does not hold back.
Jackson, the screen. Pass to Clark. Smart outside. Back to Jackson. And the layup is good off the glass. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
Screen by Durant. Booker for three. And it's Bane with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Bane with a screen on Nurkic. Here's Jackson. And he gets that one. Jackson's gotten his third basket of the night.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
Durant, no good. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Here's Morant. Nice D from Durant. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Memphis. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Edie out there with Gigi Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Williams. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
His position might be shooting guard, but Beal has no problems taking it inside.
Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
And then Beal with the dunk.
Oh, the hops from Beal. Woo!
To the middle. And he goes in for the dunk.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And that one's good. Bold.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide-open man.
To the inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. And then Beal with the dunk.
Woo! Decisive drive and finish right there. Beal sees everything out there so quickly. I love it.
Beal against Kennard. Puts up a 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to look for that.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Kennard for three. Plumlee pulls down the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
For three, O'Neal. That one doesn't drop.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Beal finds Bull. Throw it down on the lob.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Pass to LaRavia. They set a pick. Fires the three. Kennard can't get it to go. The Suns have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Here's Kennard. 1:51 left in the second quarter. That one drops. 3 for 6 now. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. Kicks it out to Kennard. Pass to Jackson. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Edey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Here's Okogie. Defended by Kennard. Down low. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Phoenix shooting their first foul shot of the night. There's 48 seconds left in the second period. Kennard against Beal. Edey. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Pass to Plumlee. And here's Beal. Williams defending. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that gonna get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Kennard for three. And no good. Bradley Beal has been leading the charge for the Suns. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this.
32.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. How about Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game?
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And so in the game for the Suns, KD and Nurkic are the big men for him. Grayson Allen is out there with Devin Booker, and it's done in at the small forward position.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
Connects from downtown. Baines got 6 in the quarter.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When asked about Desmond Bane, Coach Taylor Jenkins said he's grown into a leadership role. Guys look to him because he sets an example. Bane said experience is the best teacher. Being in this league for several years, you start to find your voice and your confidence in things you know and say.
All right, Allie, thanks. Pass to Durant. Oh, KD! Filthy!
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Jackson, the screen. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. From 12 feet. The rebound by Allen.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
The speed of Smart's drive is really something. I mean, he is cooking them right now.
For 3, Booker. Devin Booker for 3.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Durant. Durant owning the inside.
Durant just going to work inside, outsmarting the defense and getting the close range look.
And he's going to the line for 2. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
Second team. At the line for
Challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Will stand in this league. The opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, 2nd-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Morant. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
A line change here for Memphis. Wells, the pass to Conchar. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Sends it home from 3-point land.
His 3-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Plumlee. And it's rejected. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. .124 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. There's a screen by Bull. Over Williams. They get the rebound. Outside Bull. Takes the 3. Can't hit that one. Memphis leading by 3. Here he goes. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Edey. And he commits the intentional foul. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
They've also been striking from mid-range with great consistency tonight. They just owned that part of the floor in this one.
On the wing, Conchar. Williams with the screen. Pass to Wells. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. .35 seconds left in the third quarter. Suns trail by 6. Now Beal. Give him 8. To stop the run. And it's good on the layup. Beal's got 10 points.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Wells. And it's off from three-point range. Outside O'Neal. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. O'Neal's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Wells, the pass to Williams. With 1 on the clock. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Jackson out there with Edey. Then there's Vince Williams. Then it's John Conchar. And it's Wells in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Oh, Clark with the slam.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Booker off the bounce. Lays it up and banks it in. Booker's got 9 points now in the second half.
A creative finisher. Love seeing Booker attack the rim and convert like this.
Clark, the pass to Bain. Fires in the triple. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
And a foul called on the way up. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with... Pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Taylor Jenkins had to say to his team. This might be a close late game, but don't tell Coach. They were cool as a cucumber in the huddle, and I think that resonates with their players. We'll see if that approach works. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 6 assists in the game. Here's Booker, outside Durant. Beal outside. Durant with a screen on Morant. Here's Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
The tight handle of Bradley Beal, it makes him hard to stop.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Jackson, the screen. No good with the triple. Phoenix has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. An open look for Durant. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Add KD's mid-range J to the game's unblockable shots alongside the sky hook and the step-back 3.
Here's Morant. Oh, athletic move from Morant.
Hey, They really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Yeah, look, that shot took loads of heart. Zero fear.
Durant, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Clark with the screen. Smart with the ball. Durant covering. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Yeah, just picking apart the defense. Smart moves things around to create a shot.
Clark against Durant. And another shot. Pass to Dunn. Takes a 3. Counted from distance. And the Suns lead by 1.
And neither side willing to give an inch. This game has gone back and forth.
And it's Morant missing. The Suns have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, the big man, Nurkic, from super close range.
Here's Morant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that fact.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration. Talk about trusting Beal in the big moments. No matter the stakes, he can find a shot.
Jackson outside. From outside, off the mark. The Suns lead by 3. Outside Durant. Beal with a screen on Payne. Durant, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Payne. From downtown. Sinks it from distance. He's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game. And he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. It takes a special player.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Morant. Jackson on the wing. He connects. And he's tied it up. What a shot.
Yeah, what composure from Jackson Jr. Not allowing the pressure of the moment to get to him.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Grizzlies on D.
Well, that's what you want to do, but he didn't have the angle to get the pass in there.
Kicks it out to Payne. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Back to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. And now the Suns fast break.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
They could actually go for a 3 and win here, but I think they may play it safe and try to send this game to overtime.
Substitution on the court.
So a close game sees Phoenix taking this one. And this was an emotional win for them.
Can expect more of a methodical pace, Brent, I think, in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on a shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The small and power forwards are the star pair of Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Lillard for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And not just a volume shooter. Lillard, very accurate.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. And the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Smart with the steal. Outside, Bane. Smart with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. Bane kicks to Clark. Jacks up a 3. And Desmond Bane good for 3.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Now here's Middleton. Antetokounmpo passes to Jackson. Middleton outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Morant. And the 3-ball is good.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether it's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Here's the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lillard scanning the floor. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Takes it down to Middleton. Giannis outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Antetokounmpo, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 3. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And Lillard kicks to Middleton. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Morant with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And a wide open look for Payne. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Payne's got a couple of 3s now in the first for Memphis. Lillard way outside. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And Clark has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Clark a screen on Middleton. You're smart. The 3-pointer no good. Bucks trail by 3. Lillard outside. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter, and the Bucks miss again.
Now the defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Clark finds Smart. Clark sets a screen for Smart. Back to Clark. Payne against Jackson. And that one is hammered home.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
So it's the Bucks now, following the score by Memphis. Middleton with it. Shot to stop the run, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by Middleton.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Morant with a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bain. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Antetokounmpo with a great read there in the screen and roll. He knew exactly when to back off the pick.
Middleton against Morant. Smart with this screen on Middleton. Morant right side. Desmond Bain getting it done for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and had... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
John Conchar out there with Wells. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Huff in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Brent, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since.
Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
And another three for Milwaukee.
Once he has the ball, if his feet are set up, Bobby's going to let those rip.
For the three. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Jackson.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to, just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. And Memphis making a change here. Pippin's checked in. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Back to right. Prince looking around. Portis sets the pick for Prince. Stolen by Pippen. And it's Memphis on the break. Huff passes to Kennard. Lets the three fly. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Memphis.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Hands it from downtown.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Kennard. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the way up. Kennard's got his second basket of the night.
What is it about lefties and shooting? Just pieces of art. Kennard with another.
Inside, here's Portis. Pass to Connaughton. Bucks passing it around. Prince wide open. And another three for Milwaukee.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And Wright kicks to Prince. Milwaukee the rebound. It's right on the wing. Kennard covering. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Prince. From the arc. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Over in the corner, Portis fires the 3s. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And a good release there as Portis in that tight corner for 3.
Pass to Huff. Now here's Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. And so Jackson nails both of them. Milwaukee in the lead. It's right on the wing. Defended by Pippen. Connaughton finds Prince. Back to Connaughton. Here's Wright. Prince setting a pick for Wright. Here he goes. And finished off by Wright.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Kennard. Here's Huff. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please, and get ready for the man at courtside. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Desmond Bane really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. On the wing, Bane. Guarded by Jackson. Bane with the screen on Middleton. Morant passes to Bane. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. It's a close game here in Memphis. Lopez, a screen on Smart. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Giannis outside. Just 5 to shoot. Morant with the steal. And finished off by Morant.
This is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Morant finds Bane. Memphis moving it around. Morant against Middleton, and it's Morant missing. Bucks leading by 3, and now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a two-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Now, here's Smart, following the miss by John Morant. Bain against Jackson. And Middleton kicks to Lillard. Lopez outside. 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's Giannis. Stolen by Jackson. Smart wide open. He fires. The Grizzlies with another miss. Milwaukee leading by 3. Lillard right side. Lopez outside. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Giannis rips it down.
Yeah, once Giannis gets the ball there, you can forget it.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Morant dishes to Clark. Bain against Jackson. Smart on the wing. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Smart's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. Off target from outside. Memphis has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good on the 3. Memphis trailing here. 51 seconds left in the third quarter, and they take the lead. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Something that Morant continues to work on. When he's hitting from deep, he is basically unguardable.
Lillard against Smart. Back to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Middleton. Down low. Stolen by Jackson. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now, here's Kennard. He has 5. Has to Huff. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Right outside. Here's Beauchamp. There's the pick. Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Luke Kennard. Wells is out there with John Concho. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Huff in its center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now, here's Kennard. Good on the triple. Kennard's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Grizzlies. And right, here we go. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Prince, the pass to Beauchamp. Back to Prince. Another shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Memphis leading by 4. Morant scanning the floor. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Smart. from deep three-point land. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Morant passes to Clark. Out to Morant. Bain with the screen on Prince. No one covering. Morant's got the lead up to 7 now for Memphis.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And here's Morant after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Puts up a three. And it's Morant missing. Bucks trail by 4. Prince with it. He's picked up by Morant. Got us a screen on Morant. From deep, Prince gets the three-pointer to fall.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Here's Morant. Out to the wing. Here's Bain. A three-pointer off the mark. Lillard finds Giannis. Knocked away. Morant against Udiplomat. Clark, the pass to Smart. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Here's Clark. Tries yet again. Pass to Smart. Shot clock at 6. Morant left side. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And another miss by Memphis.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Lillard. From deep, Prince. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. To the middle. And Clark slams it in.
And the first thing I thought of, confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that is what you need in big...
The coach's challenge has been issued.
Difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's tied up with that one.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Here's Morant. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
At the line for Memphis. Shot, Morant. 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some the action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Morant gets to Smart. Outside, Bain. And stolen by Lillard. It counts.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Jackson against Morant. Will it go? And it's Clark in the corner. Outside, Smart. Three-pointer. Good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Prince outside. Bucks passing it around. It's tipped. Morant with the steal. Now Payne. It's in!
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe.
Much appreciated.